Ladies and gentlemen, today we face a truth that hits hard and deep. Some people don't value your presence until your absence becomes unbearable. They grow comfortable, assuming you'll always stay, no matter how they treat you. But when you finally walk away, their world begins to collapse, and they're left haunted by the void you leave behind. Picture this. You were their anchor in a storm, the person they leaned on, confided in, and took for granted. Every time they fell, you were there to catch them. Every time they faltered, you gave them strength. You poured your heart, your time, and your energy into being there for them, believing they'd do the same for you. But instead of gratitude, you were met with indifference. They brushed off your kindness, dismissed your efforts, and ignored your needs. To them, you weren't a partner or a priority. You were just there, constant, reliable. Someone who'd never leave, no matter how little they gave in return. But here's the thing. Even the strongest heart has its limits. Even the kindest soul can grow tired. And one day, you reach that breaking point. You didn't leave out of anger or spite. You left because staying was breaking you. It was draining the light from your life, the energy from your spirit. You left because you finally realized that love isn't supposed to feel like a one-sided sacrifice. And that's when everything changed for them. At first, they didn't notice. They were too caught up in their own lives, too confident you'd come back. But as the days passed, something began to shift. The silence where your voice used to be, it grew louder. The absence of your presence, it became suffocating. They started to notice the little things, how no one else listens the way you did, how no one else cares the way you did. The convenience they once enjoyed turned into a discomfort they couldn't escape. And slowly, regret began to creep in. They replayed old conversations, moments where they should have said, "Thank you," but didn't. They thought about the times they ignored you, the times they made you feel invisible. Those memories, they're now their burden to carry. You see, your absence didn't just create a void, it exposed a truth they were too blind to see before. It showed them that you weren't just someone who filled a space in their life. You were the foundation holding it together, and without you, everything started to fall apart. Now they're haunted by the warmth you brought, by the love they failed to appreciate, and by the realization that they'll never find anyone like you again. They want another chance, but deep down, they know it's too late. Walking away wasn't easy for you. It took strength to let go of someone you cared about, even when they didn't deserve it. It took courage to face the pain of leaving and the uncertainty of what comes next. But in doing so, you chose yourself. You chose your peace, your happiness, your worth. And that's the greatest lesson here. You cannot teach someone to value you by staying where you're not appreciated. Sometimes, the most powerful statement you can make is walking away. Now, as they sit with their regrets, replaying what they've lost, you've moved forward. You've turned the page, started a new chapter, and rebuilt your life without the weight of their neglect holding you down. Let this be a reminder. Your worth doesn't depend on someone else's ability to see it. And if they couldn't value you when you were there, then they don't deserve to have you now that you're gone. So, walk away with your head held high, knowing you made the right choice, and let their haunting be a lesson they'll never forget.